This is Todd from A&C Performance, and we've got Gary C's Viper here. This car came to us originally thinking it needed a tune-up. Turned out that there was some engine damage, and we were going to freshen things up a little bit. We ended up changing the whole scheme of things. It came in with a Paxton, with a stock Paxton fuel system, so we tried to retain as much as we could and get the most out of it. I think the initial goals were 730 to 760 wheel horsepower without pushing the car. We were aiming for around 10, 12 pounds of boost. It's going to go to elevation, so we wanted conservative. Gary Jr. and Sr. are great people to work with, and he left everything in my hands. He said it was okay to step outside the box a little bit, so we did. We built him a short block. We decided might as well go safe and build a nice stout short block, so whatever the horsepower goals ended up being, we could accommodate. We ended up doing, I wanted to change up the camshaft a little bit, so we did that. And Gary left everything in my hands, and I custom ground Gary another cam that we hadn't used quite yet, but we had high hopes for in conjunction with our heads and a blower. This car still has stock heads, so we did a valve job. We changed our spring package, but we did zero head porting. It has stock rockers. It has our bottom end, our camshaft. I degreed the cam, and the combination just works. What's on top of this is the car is running really a factory fuel system with the factory Paxton pumps. What we did is we did a rail modification, and we put bigger injectors in the car. So this way, at least it's feeding both rails. Even though we don't have the volume going up to the rails that we'd like right now, we weren't sure really what the capabilities or power potential of this setup was. Well, this car has shown us that it definitely exceeded what we thought was going to happen. So we also put one of our rip cut pulleys on there, which is our special grip surface pulley, and in a custom size. We did a 3.1 inch pulley, so we're using the stock spring tensioner, and we have zero belt slip issues. It's building boost all the way to redline. We're seeing just a hair over 10 pounds, and the car just made 902 rear wheel. We didn't think we were going to have enough fuel for this, and we did. I actually had a problem leaning it out. It was still rich, so we were able to trim it back, so there's still some potential there. Now, being with the stock fuel system, we haven't measured pressure drop, but nothing in the air fuel shows us this is happening. Now, this is only a fourth gear pull, so we're a little concerned about a long extended pull, and we're going to test that out as well. The car turned out phenomenal. It has an excellent idle, superb driving manners, and I think we crossed over our goal with 902 wheel at a little over 10 pounds. We just didn't think that was going to happen, and we're still running catalytic converters, which again, that's another thing that we're on the fence with at that power level, but boost is low. So stay tuned for the dyno. I think everybody's going to be pleased. The car doesn't miss a beat. It is repetitive. We don't have heat soak issues. We have no issues right now. We're not overspinning the blower. There's a lot of positives on this car. So this goes to show you what can be made even with a minimal fuel system with the proper setup, proper tuning, proper cam selection. You don't need to have the biggest liner motor. You don't need to have wet liners, excuse me. You don't have to have the biggest bore or the biggest stroke or the most ported heads. It's the right combination. And sometimes the right combination just works. Let it go into closed loop once we fire it up so you can hear the true chop of the can.
can even see you get a little bit of door shake, you get a little bit of everything, but this car drives ultra smooth.